Good morning, my dear students. Welcome you all to this session. Today's class, we are going to start with the next topic from mensuration. You can take page number 171 in your NCERT textbook. So, last class we have discussed what is meant by mensuration and what is meant by perimeter, area, volume. Right? So, for certain formulas regarding this perimeter and area for certain figures we have discussed, and we found how that formula has derived. Yes, now we'll come to the area of trapezium. So already in the last class, area of the triangle has come from area of the parallelogram, correct? Using the parallelogram area, we have divided that parallelogram into two triangles. So half of that area of the parallelogram will be the area of the triangle, correct? The same techniques we are going to use here in the form of area of trapezium. Okay. So what is the property of a trapezium? It is one four-sided figure. Actually, trapezium is a four-sided figure where one of the sides opposite sides. Okay, so it will be one four-sided figure. Actually, 1 2 3 4, we have four sides here. So one of the opposite sides will be parallel. Okay, so this side and this side are parallel to each other. So this is how this trapezium will look like. Okay, so now we are going to derive the formula for that trapezium. Okay, so I am going to teach you what it is given in the textbook. Okay, which will be very helpful when you read that points. Okay, so I am just going to draw it big. So this is one of the trapezium. I am going to divide this trapezium into a triangle and one rectangle. Okay, because like last how we found the area of the triangle, and using that area of triangle we can form the parallelogram. From the parallelogram we can find the triangle, like that we can do, right? The same way this trapezium diagram we are going to divide it into one triangle and one rectangle. Okay, so actually A, B, C, D is a trapezium. In that I am going to join one figure. I am going to divide it into, I am going to draw one line DE. If I draw one line DE, this trapezium will divide into two types. One is triangle, another is rectangle. Okay, listen now. I am going to name this. This length I am taking it as H. Okay, then this length I am going to taking it as A. So what will be this? From this to this will be A. I am going to take this side as C. So CB will be this total length. I am going to take it as B. Okay, listen. This I am going to take it as H, children. Okay, so if this is H, this dotted line which we have drawn extra will also be H. Then I am going to take this as A. So this length is also A. I am going to take it as C. Then from this to this full length I am going to take it as B. So since B from this to this is B, means B length is nothing but C plus A. Correct? B is equal to C plus A. B length is the total length that comprises C as well as A. Our B length is nothing but C plus A. Okay. So now we have denoted everything. Now we are going to find the area of the trapezium. Okay. You know what is the area of the triangle? area of triangle is equal to half into base into height, correct? Square units. Next, area of rectangle, length into breadth, square units. So when you want to find the area of this trapezium fully, you should add the triangle and rectangle, correct? Area of trapezium is equal to area of triangle plus area of rectangle. See, area, okay, both area you should add it. So what is the area of the triangle formula? Half into base into height. So what is the base here? H is the base into height. What is the height? C, correct? In this triangle, H is the base, C is the height. Okay, va? Half into base into height plus rectangle, length, breadth, length, breadth. So what is length here? A into H. Okay. Now we have substituted the values. So in this, what are all the things are common? In both, we have H common. Take it outside. H into 1 by 2 into C plus A. Correct? H I am taking it as outside. So 1 by 2 C will be there plus A. So H into 1 by 2 into C is nothing but 1 by 2 into C is what? C by 2 plus A. H into, take LCM, C plus 2 into A divided by 2. Okay. So now H into C plus 2A, what I am writing is A plus A. A plus A can be written as 2A divided by 2. See, C plus A, what I have done, C plus A is nothing but B. Okay, C plus A is nothing but B. Appo, instead of the C plus A, what shall I write it as B? Appo, H into B plus A divided by 2. H into, instead of the C plus A, I have taken it as B. Appo, B plus A by 2. Square units. So actually, what is B and what is A? B is one of the parallel side. A is another parallel side. In trapezium, one of the parallel sides are equal. Which is the equal parallel side? That two sides you should add it. Appo A value, B value. That's all. This is one of the parallel side. This is another parallel side. So which side is parallel? That two sides you should add it, and you have to divide it by 2. Okay. So what is the actual formula? Height. Okay, well, height you take it from here. Anything. Then sum of parallel sides. So which is two sides are parallel? That two sides you add it, divided by 2, then into by height. Okay. So this is what the formula of trapezium. So first add triangle, rectangle, take H outside, C by 2A, take LCM, A plus A. So in this I have separated A plus A, C plus A I am taking it as B. B and A is nothing but parallel sides. Add these two parallel sides, divided by 2. With that answer you multiply by height. So you will find the area of the trapezium. So this answer also should be in square units. Understood? Next you can deal with area of general quadrilateral. Okay. So quadrilateral means what? It is a four-sided figure that you know. Okay. So here also we are going to find using the triangle technique, which is the method called triangulation. Okay. If one quadrilateral is given, this is one quadrilateral. Yes. Why it is quadrilateral? Because it has four sides. Correct? So for this quadrilateral, we are going to find the area. if you want to find the area of this quadrilateral, you have to divide this quadrilateral into two triangles. Okay, so I have divided this quadrilateral into two triangles. This is one triangle and this is one triangle. So two triangles I have divided it. Okay, so area of the triangle can be easily found. Yes, so if you find the area of this triangle and this triangle, we can add those two, you will get the area of this quadrilateral. So for this ABCD, yes, ABCD is the quadrilateral. So now ADB is one triangle, BCD is another triangle. So this is the base. Okay, this is your base of that both triangles. Height, obviously this will have height, right? H1, H2. I am going to take height for this triangles, because triangles will have height. Based upon the height only, we are going to derive the formula of area of triangle. Next, area of quadrilateral. I am going to find the area of the quadrilateral ABCD. So if you want to find the area of the quadrilateral fully, you should add this triangle area, this triangle area. Upper triangle ABD plus triangle BCD. ABD or triangle area, BCD triangle area. So half into, what is the formula of area of triangle? Base into height. Half into, what is the base for this triangle? I told you this is the base. This dark line is your base. Half into BD into H1 plus half into BD into H2. This is your height. So now, which is common in both? BD is common. In your textbook, AC will be common, because I have named it differently. That is the only difference. Half BD, half is common, BD is common. So what is outside now? H1 plus H2. Yes, half into BD into H1 plus H2. Okay, so what is actually this BD? BD is nothing but diagonal of this quadrilateral. Correct? Diagonal only, no? This is the diagonal. This is also one diagonal. BD is one of the diagonals. So I am taking it as D. So 1 by 2 into, instead of BD, I am taking it as diagonal of H1 plus H2. See children, you don't want to put into every time. If you are not putting into, it is meaning that multiplication only. Okay, half I have written. Instead of BD, instead of this BD, I am taking it as diagonal D into H1 plus H2, where D denotes the diagonal BD. Okay, that is what given in the question. Below that, there is an example number 1. Okay, what is the example number 1? We should find the area of the quadrilateral PQRS. Okay, it is given. Which is very easy, okay. Height they have given 2.5 centimeter. Then 1.5. See, the diagram will be little bit different, no problem. Then this diagonal is 5.5 centimeter. So if the diagonal is given, right? QS is one of the diagonal. Diagonal given, one height H1 is given, another height H2 is given. So all the things are given for the area of the quadrilateral. So just substitute it, that's all. Now what is the area formula? Area of the quadrilateral, because they didn't give you any whether it is triangle or whether it is rectangle or square, anything, nothing it is mentioned. They have just given it is what is the area of the quadrilateral. So area formula, half into diagonal into h1 plus h2. Diagonal 5.5 centimeter, because this is the diagonal. h1 2.5 centimeter is the first height. Then 1.5 is the next height. Just substitute it. 2.5 plus 1.5. 1 by 2 into 5.5. 2.5 plus 1.5 is 10, 1, 4.04, which is nothing but 4. 1 by 2 into 5.5 into 4. 2 ones are 2, 2 2s are 4. Now 5.2 into 2, 10, 11.0. So answer is 11 centimeter square. Why it is centimeter square? Because it's an area. Yes. So you got the answer. Just whenever they ask you about the quadrilateral, check whether they have given you the diagonal value, h height, one height and another one height. If all these three particulars are given, we can easily find using the formula 1 by 2 into d into h1 plus h2. Understood? Next is your area of special quadrilaterals. Okay, so many quadrilaterals are there, like square we already know, rectangle, parallelogram, trapezium, everything we know. Okay, so now we are going to deal with another one more special quadrilateral, which is rhombus. Okay, what is the property of rhombus? All the four sides are equal. Correct? All the four sides are equal, but the angle will not, sometimes it will not be equal. So many properties are there. Yes. So I am going to write A, B, C, D is a rhombus. Okay. I am going to draw a line. Or so when you want to find this area of the rhombus, it cannot be directly found, like square, rectangle, it cannot be directly found. We have to do the triangulation property. What? We are going to divide that into two triangles. Okay. So BD is one diagonal actually to this rhombus, which separates into two triangles. ABD is one triangle, BCD is another triangle. Okay. So when it comes to the height, it will come like this. For this, the same thing it will come. Okay, this is one height, this is one height. But actually they form a perpendicular bisector. Bisector means what? Equally it divides and it forms a perpendicular. 90 degree is formed here. So they form a perpendicular bisector. Okay, so when the height is formed, actually it cuts here. From here also it's cut at the same point. They form a perpendicular bisector. Okay, so now I am taking this is one triangle, this is one triangle. Okay, so area of the triangle we are going to area of the rhombus we are going to find. Area of the rhombus is equal to area of triangle. Which triangle? ABD plus area of triangle BCD. ABD is one triangle, BCD is another triangle. Both the triangles I am going to add it to form the area of the rhombus. Triangle formula, half into base into height. What is the base here? What base you have here? So listen, before going to that, in the book they have divided that into two triangles, like ACD and ABC. Okay, so don't get confused with that. That is entirely different. The naming is different. Here what we have given the names is different. Okay. So you may think that here the different names are coming, there the different names are coming. Don't worry. The names I have done is different. A, B, C, D I have named it. So here center I am going to name it as O. Because when it comes to height, we want some different names. Half into base is what? BD is the base. Correct? Base into height. Height is what? AO. Now you understand why I have done O? Because if you want to mention the height, you want one extra letter. Appa AO. Base height. AO. Plus half into base is what? BD into OC. OC is the height here. Okay. Now what are the common? Half is common. BD is common. Half into BD into, take it outside, what is remaining? AO plus OC. AO plus OC. So AO plus OC is nothing but AC. Yes, AO, this length plus this length is nothing but AC. So half into BD into AC. Correct? Instead of this, I have written AC. So now BD is one of the diagonals. Appa I am going to write it as diagonal D1. AC is another diagonal. Appa D2. So half in. So BD, AC, D1, D2. BD is nothing but one diagonal. Appa D1. Diagonal number 1. AC is another diagonal. Appa diagonal number 2. So D1, D2. But in previously I have just given only D. Here it is D because here only one diagonal is considered. So I have just written only D. But here in rhombus, both the diagonals are considered. So D1 and D2. So this is your formula for area of rhombus. So area of the rhombus formula is nothing but half into D1 into D2. Which means if you want to find the area of the rhombus, if you know the length of diagonal number 1 and diagonal number 2, just substitute it and multiply and write it. Okay, so it will be very easy to find the area of rhombus if the diagonals are given. Okay, then some another polygons are given like pentagon, hexagon and all, means we can divide this pentagon into few triangles and few quadrilaterals. Then we can find, if you add all those areas, we will get the area of the pentagon. For hexagon means we can divide that into one rectangle and two triangles. So both the triangle area if you find and area of the rectangle if you find, add all the three, you will get area of the hexagon. Likewise only we can find the area of the polygon. Okay, so today's class we have discussed what is the area of trapezium, area of the quadrilaterals, then area of the rhombus specifically. Yes, I hope you all understood, children. Thank you.